Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's it, guys? Hope everyone is well and everyone is good. Just smoking my cigarette quick before we kick off. uh, sure. If I look a bit tired tonight, please excuse me, man. I had a bit of a good day today. So I'm just going to wait a bit for people to come on, and from there we can kick the lacquer show off. Just comment on there, see if the comments are working, please. Okay, there we go. Yo, Alex, my bro, how's it? Hi, Lisa. Yo, Alex, I haven't heard from you for a long time, eh? Hope you're well, my brother, and hope everything is okay. Um, we are all happy to be here, and it's been absolutely long time since I've shared. And in the true words of Mr. Hall, always saying, you can't forget where you come from. So I'm one of those people that I kind of forgot. But I'm here to make right tonight, just in case. Good evening, Zoe. How's it? How are you? Thank you for joining the live share. Hi, Auntie Irene. Auntie Colleen, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, tonight I'm just going to, I'm not going to be trying to give any advice or anything like that. I'm just going to basically just speak about what's going on in life at this moment. Do a little bit of rehab talk on life's terms, hardcore, and we need to keep up with that. Hi, Lee J, how's it? Yo, bestie BF, or the OG, excuse me, Lee J, my OG. Hi, Philip, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well, Zoe. Vanna, congrats. I think I congratulated you already on your 2 years, but congrats anyway again. And it's good to see that the program is still working, huh? If we want to work it or not. Hi, Auntie Carol. Hi, Auntie Michelle. How are you? It was great seeing you the other weekend. And please excuse me, guys. I'm getting a bit comfortable, yeah. But we will see. Okay, like Alex. That's good. Yeah, and I'm safely back from camp. I won't say I'm 100%, but I'm doing what I need to be done, you know, or what needs to be done in that situation. So yeah, please excuse me. I haven't shared for a long time. So there's actually a lot to discuss tonight. I'm not going to go in any further damaging details or war stories or anything like that. I'm just gonna express a few things on how life has completely changed from the last time I spoke on this forum to now. And what I can say is that yes, Vanna, that's true. It's that if we really want to work a program and we really want to change, it is all possible, you know. Yo, sorry, I'm kind of like reflecting on a way of how these past 3-4 months have been for me, and I can tell you radical changes compared to where I was mostly just like we call it like a robot, you know, like kind of that just swifts with emotion, taking everything that's happening, and where we actually become more human and sit in a situation, or sit with the feeling, sit with everything, and actually grasp the reality of situations that happen to us, you know. As you all know, okay, I'm just going to give a little short introduction for Zoe that is listening. Okay, as you all know, I'm Richard Ferreira. I'm 30 years old, not a spring chicken anymore. And I'm, yeah, you've been using drugs for about 12 years, so the person can put it out. Started using at an early age of 14 years old. And today, I sit on the 19th, it's 3 years and 5 months, where I'm nice and sober. And I can tell you, with long time sobriety, it just doesn't get easier. Good evening, Ingrid. Yes, Philip, definitely. The cup of coffee needs to be bigger, because that was me back in the day. I always wanted more. Now I want just more coffee. If you keep feeding me coffee, I'm a very happy man. Yeah, no, definitely, Alexander. Where we start sitting, and I think it's as well. I had a great chat with one of the guys that I work with. He's also in recovery, and you know, we were sitting and we were chatting on all the events that are happening. You know, you guys know, I've gained my Protea colors back for wrestling, which I'm obviously busy fighting for to go to the Olympics, which has a qualifier back in March again. So I was scored a very, very, very lucky hands of cards, where I injured myself with my knee on the right side. It came back and actually fell into beautiful place, because during the lockdown, everything has been shifted to the next year, which gave me enough chance to recover. So now I'm going, hello, Auntie Gertrude, hello, Auntie Renette. Great to see you guys here. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys enjoy the story. And, you know, typical me, always fucking trying to be one behind. Excuse me if I swear. I'm not supposed to swear, I know. Sometimes it just comes out wrong. Where I could have actually been practicing, doing things, you know. Complacency is definitely the biggest downfall for us in recovery. It's just I tend to think as reality has kicked in, you know. A person's life has taken toll, you know. The attention and all the energy tends to go into different places when you start growing up. When I'm saying growing up, you know, I'm actually like taking responsibility for myself, you know, actually putting down the work, where for something I want to gain, I'm not manipulating it. I'm not trying to change things the way that I used to back in active addiction, by simply just letting go, you know, and put it into God's will, let Him take over. But I definitely had control over my exercising. I could have worked out on like gymming and all those things, but instead I actually took a complete 6 months break, which in the result is not the greatest things right now, you know. Because I'm struggling now, you know. All the little injuries, the little niggles, and all those things are coming up right now. And a man never thinks when you're 30 it will happen. Once you think you get older, you get harder, but it's completely a different situation. My brothers and them always told me, once you turn 30, you know, you'll know the difference. You will feel the difference. And I was like, man, you know, if I keep constantly training and keep constantly keeping fit, you know, those things won't happen to me. Well, today I'm definitely in the wrong, you know, because I came back now from this weekend, and beautiful place, you know. South Africa really looks after us, you know, as senior group people, and I am the senior guy of the team. I'm the oldest there. So trying to redeem a place is hectic, you know. And I won't say I'm the weakest, but I'm also not the best, you know. Got a lot of work to do towards it, but I am working towards it, if that makes sense, you know. So while I was there, you know, the fitness was going, the knees went. Yeah, it did. I'm actually going to tell you now, Alexander, what killed me. That's why I'm calling it Life on Life's Terms. I'm just making a build up to it. yeah, I've been exercising twice, 3 times a week, and yeah, I've got the Olympic qualifier in Morocco in March, and I'm looking forward towards it. You know, trying to strive as much as what I can towards it, and by the grace of God, should be going there. And I hear COVID, Morocco is full of the COVID. It's absolutely killing it by now. But we just put our trust and faith into God, and hopefully it will shine through. So when this started happening, I thought to myself, okay, well, cool. A person can see when me as a person, when I say a person, I'm talking about myself. A person can see when once you start working yourself up to something, you tend to start things slip, little bit by little bit, and that's unfortunately what we call in recovery balancing the scales. Yeah, thanks, Alexander. Hello, Auntie Pamela. We start balancing the scales completely. You know, I think there's so many scales that you can put up. You can put up basically anything. You know, I guess it's the situation at your point of life that you can choose which scales. To me, it's obviously it's wrestling, it's work, it's my love life, my family, and the big one, recovery and God. It's between those, and each one I tend to learn, and this is only when you learn this in long-term recovery is when you actually start learning to put one small little grain of sand by each things. You know, I'm not putting all my attention on wrestling. I'm not putting all my attention on work. I'm not putting everything where it completely unbalances it. And then I sit back and think, why is this happening? I have to kind of look back at my own motives and my own actions, you know, and so we learn how to balance those scales out perfectly. And it's not easier. And I can promise you, it's not just addicts that do it. It's actually kind of it's actually everyone's problem. You know, everyone has got an addiction of some sort. If it's not tend to smoking, if it's not up to pornography, it's up to work, gym. All those things are addiction if it's been handled into that situation. Auntie Teresa, thank you very much. I hope I am, and I tend to be that inspiration, Tara. And there's a situation where I came to realize is that you know, we can do anything that we want. This past weekend as well, I went to fly up to Johannesburg, and then I came back on the Friday, and I went to a wedding. Now, this is my second wedding in recovery. Because if I was invited during active addiction, I'd most probably have to go repay all the damage I've done. I've been into a wedding in active, and it was at the highest one at my cousin's, and I almost drank all the brandy out of that bar because there were no drugs available. So, like, what else I was going to do? I was going to drink, obviously, you know. And I still don't know why I thought I was going to drink everyone under the table. Meanwhile, Kippity, the just made cuck, you know, and put my mom back in the eyes. And they still speak about that wedding night. It was quite a good one, but you know, the next morning I didn't feel too well. The next morning I had to fly back to Cape Town, and fuck, I tell you, it was hectic. Good evening, Gladwin. Okay, lekker Ryan. It's good to hear you as well. Aren't you on lockdown, my bro? Sure, Ryan, you must probably the only man out of the whole RAEL organization that has been given such a beautiful chance to have a girlfriend on the farm. And I've never known anyone to stuff it up so much. Sure, it's actually hectic. So we take each other's inventory. It's not too great. We have to keep ourselves in consideration. And I think it took you longer to becoming a sober living than what I ever did. So I love you too, Tank. But you just go say, what's her name? I'm a Ray. Yes, there we go. I think you must not just keep it to yourself before I'm a Ray gets stripped away from you. Anyway, I'm gonna go on with my share because Ryan is such a lovely person and I love him to bits. But yeah, that's how we learn from our faults, huh? And yes, I did crash my Mr. Horsebucky. I admit it. He knows it as well. He knows the full story, and I've got nothing to hide. And yeah, wait, I was going off topic. Anyway, so I was going this weekend to a good friend, a very good friend. Actually, one of the only guys that has ever contacted me through my whole situation and transformation of a person. Um, he contacted me and always asked me, how are you doing, this and that and this, and he made time for me, and he still told me everything, no matter what has happened, this and that, you'll always still be my friend, and you'll do it. And it was absolutely amazing experience. And I've known him since I was like 9 years old, if I can put. And it was his weekend. It was his wedding this weekend. And actually, I was there for the wedding. I wasn't there for anything else, and I was very lucky enough to bring Joni with me, and as a moral support, she kind of knows, and Joni has been in a lot of meetings. I would say she's been more in meetings than the guys on the farm right now. Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yo, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. But we going on. If I smoke a lot, please excuse me. Anyway, so, and it was absolutely the most amazing experience, I went for a wedding for the right reasons. When active addiction, I would have only gone for the party. I would have only gone for the people, for the acknowledgement, and sure, man, I went for the wrong reasons. My motives were wrong. Tonight, not tonight, on Saturday night, I went for the right reasons. I went to go watch two good friends of mine hold their hands in matrimony, and whatever. And everyone has seen Kurt Schuler's wedding as well. I did join, by the way. I was watching it online, Kurt, while I was all the way in Johannesburg, because I would never miss that for a day. And I tell you, we are actually such inspiration people. I've actually got a lot to talk about. All the situations are coming up in my mind now. We are actually such awesome people. We're the hardworking people. People just discriminate us. People put us in a corner where we're the addict. We the small child that has to sit in the corner, look inside, and not join with. And I think that's completely bullshit. There's so many normal people now these days that have got addiction. They've either got someone that's in addiction, one of their family members is addiction, or one of their best friends are in addiction. One of the two. And it can be anything from drinking to dragging to pornography to whatever. And the shock on the people's faces when they saw me. I think I had over 20 motivational speakers next to me at this wedding, which was absolutely crazy, because suddenly, like, it was never into that situation back in the day when we were jollying, dancing, this and that. I'm not blaming them. They're not bad people at all. But it was just great to see that they think of a person. And just excuse me quick. Okay. So yes, there we go, definitely. And like a DJ, yeah, I must say, I'm quite excited for that, and but don't tell anyone. I'm working on a plan there, and it will come. God will bless me with it. So getting back to it, and it was just so great to see the old faces again. And I think that I carried the message of, no matter how bad or how far we've turned around, we can change around, no matter what. And even if you're not an addict, or if you're just a normal person, we can change our old habits. We just need to change it on ourselves. We need to know that, listen, this is it, that is it. And if we are willing to go any lengths for our recovery, if we will willing to go to any lengths for what we stand and what we believe for, things will always change. It will always change. It might not change immediately. It might not take 30 seconds. It might not take a minute. It might not take an hour or a day. It will take years. But once it comes slowly, gradually, we tend to look back and we think, wow, what has happened? We get so stuck into that process and so hard that we try to change. And I think it's the perseverance. It's exactly like training. If you haven't trained, for me, for 10 years, 10 years I haven't trained. I've most probably gymmed a few times or maybe ran once or twice. But for 10 years, I haven't trained once on the wrestling mat, and I went back. And I knew it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be mentally, it's going to be hectic. Physically, it's going to be hectic, and emotionally, it's going to be hectic. But you know what? I wanted to be where I wanted to be. I knew, I saw the gap, I saw the situation, and I knew I wanted it. And that's how we choose. As it Ian, lekker my bro. Lekker, is lekker om vir jou weer te sien. Ek bly hier so. We all are black sheeps over here. Sorry, did I say hello to Gladwin? Yo, Gladwin, you mad man. Hope you're well, man. And yeah, and just how we can change. And that was the message that I was bringing across to. Even though everyone was enjoying a dop, having a lekker smoke and this and that, doing what, having shooters, you know, it's a wedding. So let them be, it's fine. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Because I even told my friend's mom that if I have to drink one drink now, I'll most probably burn down that wedding. And that's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. And that's how strict and how hardcore I must be on my recovery. For me now, fucking alcohol's nothing. I just, absolutely. It's not that I don't think it's poison or anything. Don't get me wrong. But for me, it doesn't faze me at all anymore. If people want to drink, they must drink. Not me, man. I'm okay. Thank you very much. Me, I've got Olympics. I've got my work. I've got journey. Why? What more do I have? Have something that will kill me. Something that gives me temporary pleasure. Where I would have to go. I'd rather choose the process of going through the hard time first to enjoying the pleasure afterwards. That's the most amazing thing about it. And no one wants to do that because it's the instant gratification. I never wanted to do it. That's why I had to return to drugs. Because I'd rather have that instant gratification of 5 minutes, 10 minutes enjoyment, or maybe, you know, depending what drugs you take, you know, if I was doing ecstasy, it would be 10 hours, but anyway, but still, the next day, what then? What then? Do I play the movie through, or do I just look at that short enjoyment plan? And sure, today's addiction, people just look at those short little time enjoyments, right? And actually forget that when we want something, we need to work for it. I'm sitting today working. Oh, lekker, PlayStation. What PlayStation? PlayStation 1. Everyone's buying PlayStation 5s, and I can only afford a PlayStation 1. It's actually quite simple. But you know, it's okay. And I'll take things as it comes. The blessings will come. My rewards of recovery is that I've got a beautiful girlfriend laying in the room now. I've got a house over my head. I've got a beautiful cat. And I've got life. I've got to work. I've got beautiful people around me. I've got family. And each day, I'm going 50 months to working. Yes. And well done to you, Gladwin. I'm seeing you're doing very well with the sporting. I'm super impressed. I think that 1 or 2 training sessions on the field helped you. Maybe got some little bit of a kick in your life. And I mean, these are the things that matter in life, and we could never see her. I could never see her. And it just took a beautiful place in the middle of the Ferreira Valley, RAEL, who taught some little bit of strict discipline and morals and values to make me realize that the small things in life matter now these days. Buying Joni a chocolate matters in life. Buying me something small at house, a pressure cooker, a towel. Those small things just matter the most. And that's why me as a person, I need to be that message to the people today. It's not because I don't want to do it or don't want recognition It's good to have recognition. And I actually was recognized today. I felt like Mr. Hall for 5 minutes. I'll never know how it feels, but that's the beauty of it, you know? Because the house, it shows you how small the world is. The house that I'm busy renovating now, the woman came to me and she said, like, listen, you look like the guy Richard from the RAEL live recovery stories. And I was like, okay. And my boss is like, no, it isn't. Puts me in the eyes. And she was like, yeah, no, it helped her. She went through a lot of things happening with her sister, this and that. Hello, Auntie Wendy. Sorry, I only read your message now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not feeling too great right now, but I'm good. I'm good. And so she came and she said, yeah, well, that's things that have been happening in lockdown. It's helped us so much through what is ever happening to a sister. I think it was a sister or auntie or something like that. And oh gosh, to talk about it, it helped her to understand what was happening throughout throughout the addiction, how it was affecting families, how it was affecting us as a person, or how it's affecting everyone we touch. No matter what we do, addiction touches everyone who we do. But you know what the best thing is? Is that recovery touches everyone better. I might not do something extravagant today, but the fact that I'm staying clean and sober, it means that I'm doing the best that I can. And everyone sees it. And no one can judge you on your performances. Because just staying clean is a miracle on its own. And I have to thank God for that every day. Absolutely. I thank God every day. I go on my knees every night and I say thank you. And I thank God for blessing me the path of coming across RAEL and obviously Mr. Hall and Kurt Schuler, Graham, all the guys that were there. You know, I'm not going to mention all of them, but they know who they are. Because these were the people I grew with. These were the people I went through the hardships of life, where I was earning fucking 950 Rand a week, and I had to pay like 900 Rand a week for rent and all that stuff. Imagine 150 Rand a week to buy coffee, cigarettes. Those are the hardships that I went through to become who I am. Now today, I sit in, everything that I get is a blessing. So these messages that we think sometimes don't reach the people, that actually does. Hi Sherry, I see that you're on. Don't worry, we will look after your place. And I'm glad that you have joined in. So tonight, I can tell you, oh, what an experience. The reason why I feel like I look like this, or look like I feel, or feel what I look, is I literally just came from the hospital now, about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock I came. That's why I'm sharing at 9:30. Had a little bit of a scare with my girlfriend. Not feeling well, rushing home. Had to take her to the hospital, and oh, I tell you. But luckily tests have been done, and it just shows you that no matter how good day you are having, things can just change hectically. Hectically on a person's part, hectically on everyone's feelings. A day can just take a turn like this. And what I want to touch on is not the fact that how bad my day has gone or anything like that. It's how I reacted to this day. Because in earlier recovery or in my active, I wouldn't have acted the way I did. I wouldn't have trusted the process. I would have ran away in shame. I would have done what my thing, or most probably would have picked up, because I could not handle what was happening. It was probably the most scariest fact ever to say, for someone that I've loved most ever in my life, to take her to the hospital, do this for her, do that. And now I actually sat back, while I was waiting in the waiting room, I sat back and I thought to myself, wow, like, this is what my mom has felt when she had to take me to the hospital. This is what my family had to go through. And the fact of the matter is that I was worse, man. I was being admitted to hospital for using drugs, or being in a car accident, or those small things. And Jania was just being completely innocent, doing what she needed to do, and she took it like a beast. And I just sat and I sit and I'm thinking, oh God, like, you imagine, I actually finally found a feeling in my life where, what if she left me tonight? I can't even think of it right now, because that's something that we've put out all our effort and love and trust in. And I would now I know how our parents feel now. I've always known how they feel, but now I feel truly deeply. What if Richard running around on Voortrekker Street doing the fuck he wants to, and mommy's just sitting thinking, what if that call on the phone comes through, the knock on the door? It's a hectic situation. So it's actually an eye opener, and am I actually grateful for the things I have in life now? Do I actually appreciate the people in my life that I've met? And this is all through recovery, because I am the person I am today because of recovery. The things that I do today is because of recovery. It's because of God, RAEL, and my recovery. That is just out of bounds. That's no other question. I've got no other way of saying it. And it goes back to my first topic of how willing are we to change? How much do we want this recovery? How much do we want life? Because back in the day, you could have thrown a bomb next to me, I wouldn't have cared. Life was so bad already. Well, it wasn't bad, it was just me not being able to handle the things. I was doing so much cuck and bad things in my life that it all just piled up. And the burden got so big that I've lost completely interest in everything. Where today, God has saved me from that burden. He's taken that burden off my back. And he said, there we go, my son. Go live your life now. And be a beacon of hope to others. And show that we can change around no matter what. So I don't sit here tonight, I'm not a saint. Don't think that, ever. I still do think, I still flip, I still swear, I still joke around, I'm still naughty. Still a very naughty guy. And but I know where my heart lies. And I believe in doing the right thing is the thing to do, no matter what. Standing up for what is right. And yeah, it's some things just tend to take a person's up. As it, Vivian, Alonti Felicity, it's okay. I've been many times late in my life. I think I rocked up an hour late for my interview once. Tik thinking I look like John Travolta on Night Fever. Meanwhile, I was looking like Beetlejuice, just way thinner. It's amazing how things have changed there. Yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, so I'm gonna go on with things. Tonight I'm actually in a very grateful mood, literally, because the way that things have changed from 4 o'clock till now, it's absolutely crazy, And I actually went through a whole mission of things. Not a mission. It was the right thing to do, and my best interest is in my girlfriend, and we got home safely, and everything is okay. And I cannot forget the support from my parents and obviously hers. Where tonight we sit and I say thank you to them. So it goes out to all the mothers tonight, this message of saying, we can all change if we want to. And we could be the brothers and sons if we want to. It's just depending how far we want to go for it. Are we willing to accept life on life's terms the way that it does? Does life change you? Or do you change according to life? It's one of those, but it's actually kind of pearly. Because I ask God to grant me the serenity each day for the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Such deep words. And if you guys want to know, I tattooed it on my chest. You can see there, God granted serenity. The stupidest thing I've ever done, but it's okay. I accept the things I cannot change. Can get it removed, but why? For what reason? It keeps me humble, keeps me where I am. And we have a good laugh at it sometimes. Because once I relapsed, I looked at that. I looked at that prayer and I thought to myself, oh gosh, Richard, there you go again. But, I'm human. Sometimes we do things wrong, sometimes we do things right. Of course, any other phrase I'd have ripped you anyway. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Alexander. I hope you're well, Alexander. I hope things are good in Saldanha and you're working well and everything. So, things are looking great. I can't wait for Christmas. I hope you guys are all in the Christmas scenarios. The 25th, it is the silly season. I think this is the most difficult season for any addict to come out now, or even in this month, because the vibes start lessening up, this and that. Of course, Ramaphosa has changed all our beautiful concepts of a beautiful summer, but that we move on. We've all had the beach how many times with us, and why is it suddenly a problem when it gets taken away? I know it comes with it, but it's okay. I literally work next to the beach 70% every day, and you know what? It's actually I see it every day, but yet I still haven't gone and swum in it. So a person has to think someone that from Johannesburg that comes, no matter what, winter, summer, autumn, spring, they will swim no matter what. They'll jump into that water. We come on a day of 25 degrees and we're like, water's a bit too cold. So do we appreciate the things? Do we become so raakgewoond onto things that we forget how great things have been? And I ask myself that question sometimes. Sometimes I do tend to forget it. Because the things, you get so busy with work and you get so busy with life that the small things that have brought you the happiness at first, you tend to forget about it. So that's and keeps you that has kept you clean and sober at first. You forget about what you have to do. Sure. Demons have been faced and I'm still here, so yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. No, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Alexander. Just keep it up, my brother. Just keep it up. That's all my messages that I can give to you guys. Is that we keep it up. No matter how hard it gets, we don't throw that towel in. If I have to now decide to stop wrestling, it's me throwing the towel in. I'm giving up something I completely love, completely have passion for. And I've gone through all that stuff for nothing, Just reading quick Gladwin's message here. If you had a problem or needed an answer or something which was the first result. Thanks, Gladwin. Beautiful message. I appreciate that. Really, really. And you can't forget yourself. You're actually doing very well, and I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see that. That's, to be honest, the people that have came out now since when I even came out or just before. These people are really implementing. These are the Gladwins, the Galts, the Luandres, all those people, even Alexander, and I'm just thinking of the people here tonight. These are the guys that really implement. The what's his name, Jared, and they're all eating over a year, 2 years, and it's absolutely amazing to see. And it just shows that we can defeat the odds. We can't forget the amazing people of Kurt Schiller, doing such an amazing job. I was there on Saturday before I went to the wedding. Doing such an amazing job. The farm looks absolutely beautiful. The best that I've ever seen the farm at all. Looking great. Putting so much effort and so much kindness into the guys to show them a new life. I miss that farm a lot. The beautiful times that we've had, the tears that I've had, the emotional times that we've gone through. Those are the ones that make it. Those are the ones those are the times that make life even better, because you take what you've learned out there and you come try it out here. 2 years and 2 months. Lekker, Alexander. Keep it up, my brother. 3 years, 5 months. Hardcore. And with working that, we can be whoever we wanted to be. I never thought the day that God will bless wrestling down my road again. And look now. Tonight I'm sitting here and I'm thinking ahead. Got another 2 years, 4 months. Okay, so what is it now, Alexander? Is it 22 months? Is it 2 years, 2 months? Is it 2 years, 4 months? I never thought I'd see a wrestling match ever in my life again. Now today I'm fucking going crazy. In a month we go back. We're gonna have, apparently there's a true team from Germany that are coming. Germany and Namibia. So that's gonna be rather cool. It's good to be exposed in those directions, and and take it as it comes. Take it as it comes is all that I can say. We can be the most amazing human beings. Serious. We can, because we've been given another chance of life. We know for a fact what gives us, or what makes us better people, or what makes us worse. We know more from right or wrong. Those are the most important. That's every day that I do, every action that I do. Is it a right action or wrong action? And I never knew the difference until I went to RAEL, where it got put in order for me. It told me, listen, if you're going to do that, that's going to happen. If you're not going to do that, that's not going to happen. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Kurt Schiller posted a video of Mr. Hall. Telling you how far we're willing to go for what we want. And that's why I came back tonight on Life on All Steps. And that all conclude all the things that I've said tonight into that one meeting into this one thing of like, how far are we willing to go? What lengths are we going for my sobriety? Am I doing this to please people outside? My motive of my recovery, or am I doing it to change myself? Am I seeing my bigger picture at the end of the day, or am I just seeing the small picture of everyone? Yes, for Auntie Felicity, it's been a while. It has been a while. A man gets so busy, yeah. But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. I still do my meetings. I still listen to Mr. Hall speak every night. I still do what I need to do. Am I willing to take the punches as they come? Because no matter what we do, how we do it, there's always going to be haters in life. There's always going to be someone bad mouthing us or something that's not agreeing with us. Do I just give up and walk away? Or do I put my head down, thank God for what I have, and move forward to exactly again what I need to do? It's so amazing how we've renovating this house now. Literally in 4 hours we've stripped down a whole house. A whole house. That's cupboards, bathrooms, outside, pavings. If anyone wants to do some renovations, let me know. Free advertising. But anyway, no, I'm just joking. It's very strictly about recovery. And it's crazy that you gain the most important thing as well in life is my family. It was my mom's birthday yesterday, and it's great to see that I can actually go sit with her, have a cup of coffee, have a lekker grap, joke with them, talk about lives, and be able to actually give her something that she's always given me. I didn't believe in giving presents. Like a bucket. Yeah. It's almost as big as my head. Like I said, the more coffee, the more better. Alexander, I would invite you to come plumb for me, man. But unfortunately, I am the plumber. Oh, gosh. And it was so good to see. And you know what? I phoned my mom this afternoon because I was all the way in Tukai. It shows you when the people are there. Mr. Hall always brags about how I would be there for him. The first thing I phoned my mom on the way home, she told me straight, listen, I'll be there in so much. How long are you still going to be there? And when I got here, she was here. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Alexander. Happy. I used to be happy for a long time. Even when I was on the farm. When you were on the farm, I was happy. Not anymore, man. Glad when Kitty is letting me know. Serious? Psst, 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 psst. Where are you? Come, Serious. He's gonna come pop out now here somewhere. He's crazy. Yo, you must see how big he's got. Come, Serious. Where are you? I'm not gonna go fetch him now. But he's insanely thin. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys to ask some questions if you guys want to know anything or everything. I just felt I needed to share a bit of my heart, vent a bit with you guys, let you know that there is hope for us. And there is still life after addiction. You know, addiction is like Mr. Kurt always says. You know, addiction is like walking up an escalator, going down an escalator. If you're just going to stand still, you're going to go down. So each day we empower ourselves. Each day I put in that effort. I need to do better each day. Version 2.0 is what they say. Where are you? Come on, boy. Psst, psst, psst. I'm hearing him, but I don't see him. And I'm here to tell you that it gets better. Hello. Come, say hello to the people. Come. Come. Come here. Come here. He's a bit shy now. It's camera shy. That things do get better. We can achieve what we want to. Look at Mr. Hall. It's amazing how things have changed for him. And the people are listening to what I'm saying. People are following because he's telling the truth. And some of the people can't handle the truth. No? That's where the things go. DJ, if you were listening to the whole share, you would understand where Engellief is. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hello. Come here. She's laying in bed, DJ, because she's a bit sicky. So come here. Come here. Wait, hold on. Look at little Sirius. Such a big cat now. Hello. Say hello to the people. Hello. Hello. He's growing so big, but he's so fucking naughty. Yes. Every time we come in this house is the macaw. But anyway, so it was great to speak to you guys. Sorry, I'm not going to speak for a whole full hour. I've been hectically busy. And I can't wait to have a beautiful Christmas with family. And I wish the same to everyone else. Have a lekker new year. Although through this whole COVID, let's hopefully not celebrate it at 10 o'clock. Or we be at the places where we need to be at 10 o'clock. And yes, there is life after addiction. And our mess will become our messages. Our test will become our testimonies. So help us, God. Throughout the thick and thin, we are the chosen ones. Because we've been to hell twice. And today, I can tell you safely, without any guilt, any shame, what I have done, just to show you guys that's not the road to go. Okay. It's a pleasure, Auntie Irene. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for listening. And thank you that you have been here. I've got a question. I don't know when I've gone through it. And life is going slow for you, like it when it feels life itself has started to slow it down for you. Like Mr. Wall always says, Alexander, if you are standing still, you're standing still. There's nothing what you can do. But for me, if it feels like I'm not moving forward physically, or I'm not moving forward mentally or emotionally, I tend to look back at how things were. Because reflecting on the past of what I've done will help me, or deflecting, one of the two, and how far I've came already puts me in a forward momentum. And then I realized that, listen, it was worse back way then. And now today, I'm progressing slowly but surely. I am getting there where I want to be. Are we looking to get a new house? I can't believe I'm staying a year here already. It's 3 more months. Then I'm here a year. My lease ends. So these are the things. Thank you, Auntie Gertrude. Yes, the cat has grown quite hectically. And what has to happen is as we continue daily, day in and day out, I have to make sure that what effort I'm putting into that I keep on doing what I need to do, but put in the extra mile, because what I put in is what I'm going to get out. Sorry, Auntie Felicity. I didn't know Mr. Hall is sharing as well. Otherwise, I wouldn't have kept you guys so long. I'd rather listen to him, because he is the guru, and Coach Shule is the professor. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to be off now. Thank you very much for logging in. Thank you very much for catching up. And yeah, it's great to see that there's still people willing to listen, willing to learn. Yeah, no, definitely, Alexander. That's how it is. If it's meant to stand still, it's standing still, my brother. You're either doing something wrong or something is just not gelling lacquer. But if you keep on, remember what we do in the beginning of our recovery, we need to keep doing that. Because that's what those small little key elements got us to where we were today. And if we don't, then we're obviously slipping. That's why we're standing still. So tonight I stand here and I salute every one of you guys for being here. Thank you for being part of my recovery. Thank you for being support. I'll keep in contact with what is happening on Facebook with regards to the wrestling and on how life is. But I'm gonna close it off now, and I'm gonna say thank you guys. Hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you that I could vent a bit tonight, and thank you that I could share this opportunity and this forum with you guys tonight. Stay safe. be well, and yeah, respect for everything. Thanks a lot for everything. Thanks a lot for being here. And I love you guys a lot. Have a beautiful night further. See you again. Bye.